dating this hour. Do you follow the spark or do you lean into the slow burn? It's 2024. A lot of people say, listen, I want more of the right thing in my life when it comes to dating. The person who inspired this hour, journalist Faith Hill, is still with us. She wrote the article for The Atlantic. The woman who coined the phrase, date him till you hate him, matchmaker Aleeza Ben Shalom is still here. And one of the funniest and wittiest in the dating game, host of Date Brazen podcast, Lily Womble is still with us. So our audience, because you know better than I, so I cannot answer any of these questions. We have members of our audience who have a few questions. Sheila is our first. Come on, stand up, ma'am. How are you? Okay, good to see you. All right, what's your question?
My question is, I'm a senior. I'm 65 years old. And my last relationship was about 3 years ago. I online date, but honestly, I'm getting a lot of hits from these young guys. I don't know how young.
Everyone else seems to think that's okay. So
I don't know.
You're asking how young is too young?
How young is too young? Like at 65 years old, you know, some guys, I'm talking like 45, 50. I feel that's too young.
Well, you're the one walking over here with a jazzy hair and leopard. Well, is there a proper age gap?
It's all about your intention with dating. So you define what you want your next relationship to feel like. Maybe you want to feel seen, you want to feel matched, you want to feel intellectually challenged. Maybe somebody who you want is closer to your age than further away. However, you can also find somebody who's a little bit out of your comfort zone that still makes you feel the way you want to feel. So I think it's about learning how to trust yourself and your intuition in this process.
So Aleeza, I love that answer. Listen, we see a lot of, particularly men in Hollywood, if we're just being honest, dating significantly younger women, which hits a nerve in a different way. Is there a range, as an expert, as a matchmaker, that you say is appropriate?
So I think for you, I'm getting the feeling of what's going on for you. I'm guessing younger than about 55, about 10 years younger, is like, maybe within a range of, maybe we're gonna be in a similar life age stage, what we're looking to do in the world. Younger than that, you kind of made a face, like you're like, woo. So it doesn't seem like that would be the right fit.
I'm gonna say 45. I say 45.
You do?
I say 40, because you're jazzy.
Okay.
Look at this, you're jazzy. I say 45. I'm gonna go down. Oh, come on up.
Is someone who dates based on that spark, how do you go from being someone who's a so-called sparker to that slow burn? Because I think you know early on.
That's a great question.
Okay, so this is where date them till you hate them comes in, okay? If you look at them and you're like, no, we're not gonna twist your arm, it'll never work, and we're like, give it a try, go out again, what do you care? I care, it's not gonna work. So it's, the hate them is no hate, it's just, I'm not gonna wake up next to that every morning, that won't work for me, okay? Anything other than that, stick with it a little longer until you either feel that hard no or until the spark grows.
Okay, so basically, if it's not a no, it's a yes.
For another date, not for your
Another
lifetime.
date, one other date. All right, keep us posted, keep us posted. All right, come on. Hello. All right.
Okay, so I am going on 3 years single. I am very much so ready to intentionally date. So what do you think would be the ideal amount of time to spend on dating apps? Do you think dating apps, you should have a length of time that you're on them?
Oh, that's a great question.
I think that dating apps need boundaries because they will suck you of your soul and your time, and you can become a pen pal with somebody who's not interested. My rule, my boundary that I help my clients set is I recommend 20 minutes a day on one dating app because cognitively our brains can't really handle that much information. I recommend texting for up to a week until there is max, until there's a plan. And then bless and release the people who just want to be pen pals.
Oh, I like that. Great. That's a great question. One more question. Oh, come on, stand up over here. All right, what's your question? Hi.
I'm Serenity.
Hi, Serenity.
Hi. I am 26 years old. I'm a trauma therapist, and my question is that in the mental health world, you're eager to tell people what career you have. But, however, once you say therapist, can I solve it? Okay, like I have a problem. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I just want to date you.
That's an interesting dating dilemma. Yes. People using her for free therapy.
Yes.
How do you handle that? What's your advice?
I would say don't tell who you are, tell who you work with, right? So don't say, oh, I'm a therapist. You can say, I work on healing and working with people through trauma, right? So it doesn't label you as therapist, their brain isn't going in that direction, but they hear, wow, this is a good soul. She heals people with trauma, you know? And
if that doesn't work, just bill them.
Yeah.
That's what I just bill. Thank you so much to our audience for their questions. And Faith, before I let the panel go, since you inspired this show, what's your big takeaway after researching it? What's your big takeaway?
You know, I think after I wrote it, so many people reached out to me to say that, like, it was kind of a weight off their chest because they had been they felt this obligation to keep going on dates with people. They weren't having that much fun. So I think that meant a lot to me to hear, and it made me, like, give myself a little more grace, too, that sometimes it's okay to let it go and just keep looking.
Well, thank you so much. What a great panel.